and the same goes for China, for instance. Yeah? You had a high power distance culture that was used to having somebody in power before communism who was dictating all the rules. And people were accepting that high power distance culture. You accept that power is distributed unequally. But that doesn't mean that you always agree with everything. Huh? Yeah. Power is distributed unequally, but I'm in a high PDI country and I'm in the lower part of society. I want a boss that will take care of me. I want a good boss that will give me the opportunity to work. It might be a demanding boss, but still things should work and he's in charge. He's responsible and he's entitled to privileges because of that responsibility. Now, if I think, hey, things are not working, hey, prices are going up, I can't get a job, then I want a different boss. And how do you change a boss in a high PDI culture? Through revolution. You shoot the bastard, or you get him out of the way, and he is replaced by another.
Another bastard.
Another bastard. Another bastard. In the case of communism, you took the Tsar away from Russia, and you replaced him with a communist party, but who had as much power as the one before. What happened in the French Revolution? Down with the king, guillotine, but then you had the years of terror when actually the revolutionaries were killing everybody who had anything to do with religion. They changed the calendar. They changed the calendar because they thought that the calendar was actually imposed by the church. They didn't want to have anything to do with that, so they changed the weeks, the months, everything, and they tried to do that, and it lasted, I think, for maybe 3 or 4 years, and in the end, people wanted to have the old calendar back, and what happened after the revolution, which was actually more despotic than the king? Napoleon. Another despot, an enlightened despot, according to his supporters, but still a despot. So you had one despot after the other. Now in communism, pretty much the same thing. The old despots were thrown out, new despots came along with the ideal of communism, but still imposing rules, not accepting any kind of challenge, being in a way more authoritarian than the previous monarchic regime. And what do you see now in Russia? Okay, so no more communism, now it's a capitalistic country, but you've got Putin as a strong ruler for 20 years. So nothing has changed. Why? Because the underlying values, and that's when you see, okay, Hofstede was right. The underlying values are still there. It's still a high PDI culture. Now you have young people rebelling, like the young people rebelled against communism when it became authoritarian, like the young people rebelled against the Tsar. So now you have young people rebelling again. The thing is, if you put those young people in power, how will they behave?